Hey folks, welcome to Beards and Camo. Hope everybody's alright today. Today we're back in the garden. Back in the yard, in the garden. All that. We'll show you a few tips. First of all, see the sky? Cloudy, not sunny, cool. That's when you want to plant your store-bought plants and plants that you may have started inside. This is when you want to plant them. Why? Because the sun stresses the new plants, okay? And planting them, transplanting them adds enough stress. You don't need the hot sun beating down on them to stress them out even more. So, in the evening, or when you got a lot of cloud cover, that's your best time. That's when your plants don't get as stressed out. And my shout out for this video goes to my Aunt Pat, Miss Patsy Carroll, who never comments, but she watches every one of my videos. She even talks to the TV screen. God love her. I love you, Aunt Pat. Thank you for all your support, sweetie. Now this bed right here, just a little raised bed. It's kind of got a variety of things in it. I'll show you. Okay, there's a new basil plant that I planted a few days ago. Here's some cilantro that I transplanted out of the other bed. Here's some oregano that I transplanted out of the other bed. That's a type of leaf lettuce that I don't like. So's that. Here's chives. All these chives. Now remember what I told you in the other video, chives are pretty invasive. Why? Because the seeds that come out of there go everywhere. And these actually need thinned out. But not today. Here's a ruby red lettuce. That's my favorite lettuce. But that'll probably get thrown away because it actually came up from last year. Now, what we're going to do here in this bed today is we're going to plant some leaf lettuce. It's butter crunch. I don't care for butter crunch, but my mother does. These come in a peat pot. Okay? You can either take it off or you can bust the bottom like that. Just split it, bust the bottom so the roots can come out. The peat pot is going to eventually deteriorate and add some nutrients to your soil. But we're going to do something different. We're not going to use this pot. Now if you look, there is 1, 2, 3 or 4 plants in there. And a lot of times you'll get that from sun's poking out right in my face. But a lot of times you're going to get that when you buy them in the store. But all you got to do, just easily pull them apart. Pushing easily and gently on that root. Trying to separate it. Some of the roots are going to break because they're interwoven. It's alright. You're going to have a lot that's not broke. You're going to have your main root. There's one. Two and three. So out of 2 pots, I've got 9 plants. Not too bad. Quite a bit of plants that you get from the store, from Walmart, Lowe's, wherever, are gonna have more than just one. Now, you are going to have ones that have just one plant in it, but you also are going to find ones that have more than one. Now, you get a tomato, you might think, oh, it's got 2 branches, or it's got 3 branches or stalks. No, those are 2 or 3 different plants. You take them apart carefully, like I just did, you've got 2 or 3 free plants, okay? We paid for 2 butter crunches. We've got 7 free ones. Now this soil in here is really loose. And what I've done is go ahead and dug me a little trench here. And I always make sure that the bottom soil is loose too. That way the plants, the roots don't have to fight to go in. Okay? You know, to get down in there. You don't want to bury them deep. Remember what I talked about? The crown? Here's your crown. On this, right there, where the root meets the stalk, the stem. Keep that about ground level, okay? Now typically, you know, they always say a foot apart, whatever. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go maybe 6 inches. Why? Because there's plenty of other room for the roots to go. We'll be eating the heck out of these. And salads and stuff. Gotta get some of these chives out of here. Pitch off some of your damaged leaves. They're not gonna recover. Actually, I'm just gonna pull this out because it's come from last year and it's gonna have a really strong bitter taste. We'll put 2 more in here. And actually, I'm gonna dig up this little cluster of chives, transplant it. And that's all you got to do. Pop that out. And if you look here, eggshell. Eggshell is good for your soil. It also keeps slugs out. Coffee grounds too. And I will be adding some coffee grounds to this. All right, down here in the raised bed, there's my oregano. And because there's just, well, 3, I might just go ahead and put all 3 right here. There's that. Now you see the chives? That colony's got a bunch. and you can just pull them apart carefully. Plant them deep, right in there, okay, just like they was coming out of the ground. How about that? All right, next thing I'm going to do is put some coffee grounds over stuff. There's some coffee grounds. Why coffee grounds? 2 reasons. 1, it's good for your soil, okay? Like a compost, okay? Just like any other vegetable or plant material, it adds nutrients to your soil. That's why that soil here in this raised bed is so dark and rich and good. It's because we add coffee grounds, we add compost material, stuff like that to it. The other reason is slugs hate it. And everybody knows slugs will eat the heck out of your plants. Supposedly, to a slug, it's like walking over glass barefoot. I could see that because coffee grounds are really gritty. And so there's that. And I've seen a lot of people asking about slugs. Coffee grounds and crushed up eggshells will keep the slugs away. That's why we got eggshells up in that one. We got eggshells down here in this one. We just need more. There are little pieces of eggshell every now and then. And shells from like mussels and clams. We have those in there too. That adds calcium to your soil. You can crush it up. There's some in there that's not crushed up. Actually, just seen one a few minutes ago. Now that I want to show you. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's not it. Here. It's a piece of a mussel shell that I had crushed up 2-3 years ago. And I'll crush it up even more. Like I said, it adds some calcium to your soil. Now here I got some eggplants. It's a lot easier when your coffee grounds are dry. When they dry in a couple of days, I'll come through and spread it out. There's basil, some eggshell. Take some over here and put around the asparagus. Like I said, in a day or two, don't rain, all them coffee grounds dry out, I'll come back and spread them all out. So while I was out here, I decided to come down and look at the strawberry patch that I done the other day. Check it out. See? I told you all that grass would start turning brown. You know, the grass clippings I put on there. I think they're a lot more happier now. 2 days later, they're not fighting the weeds and stuff. It's your friend. Well, buddy, you need to go over to the garden and live there. Those of you that don't know why, I filmed that ladybug and said, that's your friend and told it that it needs to go to the garden and live is because ladybugs eat aphids, which aphids will destroy a plant. Aphids are horrible. And ants will farm aphids. And they will stand guard, so nothing else gets to those aphids. Why? Because the ants drink or eat, whatever you want to call it, a sweet secretion that comes out of the rear end of the aphid. So, in Bobo terms, the aphids poop yummy sweet poop, and the ants eat the aphid poop or drink it. How do you get rid of ants? A bowl with a lid, put some holes in the bottom of it, put you some cotton balls in there, mix up some sugar water, borax detergent. Mix that together, dip your cotton balls in there, put it in your container with a lid, and you got little holes in the bottom. Those ants will smell the sugar, the sweet sugar water. They'll go in, eat it, the borax will kill them. It works. Works with red ants too in your house. And no, I don't throw my cigarette butts down. I do not pollute. I put them in my pocket. Remember, put your plants in the ground when it's an overcast, when it's cloudy and it's not hot. Adjusting to their new climate, which, yes, they were outside, but taking them from the pots, putting them into the ground, you have added them to a new climate, okay? Because the soil's different. So, with it being nice and cool, not hot, and no sun, that's going to add less stress to them. Remember me telling you, you can also do it in the evening. Like if it's, sometimes you just can't help putting your plants in the ground. Planting your new plants in the ground in the middle of the summer. And it's hot. Sometimes you just can't help it. That's just the way it is, man. But so what you do in that case is you plant them in the evening, right before dark, okay? And when the sun's going down, it's not blistering hot out. Put them in the ground in the evening. And then that way they've got all the rest of the evening and the night and the morning to get adjusted to their new climate. Doesn't stress them so bad. All right, I hope you guys learned something. Thanks a bunch for your support. Remember to comment, comment, comment. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And yep, I'm even going to pop that up on the screen. Comment, 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 subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Help me grow this channel, guys. Help me get up to 1,000 and I'll have that giveaway, okay? I love you guys. Get out there and plant you something. You guys have a good day. And as always, thanks a bunch for watching. Thanks for your support. I love you. The good Lord above loves you. I'm out.